Hi guys, welcome to another market news and updates. Update is a lot, market news is a lot, but it's just as red as this shirt. Everything right now is in a strong downtrend, everything is in a very bad situation. We would ideally want to change that, but there's not much we can do about it. Market is just like that, it's acting how it wants to act, so we just have to accept it and accept what the market is offering us right now. We had been discussing there's still a lot of FUD in the market. We had even discussed that there's a very high chance that the market can come down, and that's the reason I drew a price structure chart, because I strongly believe there's a high possibility for the market to have a correction, make a nice higher low, especially on the weekly time frames. That could then bring an upside into the markets. But obviously we still have to play with a lot of caution. We just can't be one-sided. That's why I always believe in range to range market, where you are trading between ranges and not just assuming that anything is possible. We're going to 100,000 bullish upside or anything like of that sort, because we want to be cautious in this market, not be a predictor, just not make predictions, but also want to make some good money and big gains, because without that there's no point being part of these markets. Now if you want to see the details, what exactly I'm talking about is basically this is the price structure that I drew for you guys, where we had a lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now we are exactly just nearing our candles, is just nearing our trend line, which is very important for us. That's the reason we drew this trend line, because we did expect something like this to be happening and coming very soon. Another thing we want to watch out for is we are building some kind of a head and shoulders pattern in the day time frames. We can clearly see that this is our first shoulder, then we have a head, and then we have another shoulder being formed. So the neckline for that would be about $37,000. We don't want to go to those levels, because we would obviously break our trend line as well. But you have to always think about things very accurately in the technical aspects. So one thing we have to watch out in all this right now has to be the fact that we are still in a higher high and higher low situation. So until or unless we don't break $34,000, we're still considered in a bullish price structure, and we are still very bullish, because we are still in an uptrend and price structure. So that is very important. Do keep that in mind. We did close the week on a doji candle. So our last week was a very big doji candle. This one is called a gravestone doji candle. We've been having a doji, bullish engulf, bearish engulfing, and another doji. So this one is a gravestone doji candle. A gravestone doji candle looks something like this, where we need to have some sort of tail at the back and a massive wick upside, where that shows that the bulls have lost momentum, and then it brings itself down. So what is a gravestone doji? Is I'm gonna attach this link in the description below. You can always read and learn about it. It's gonna be very handy for all of you. I've shortlisted some key takeaways here. So the first one is, what does a gravestone doji tell you? A gravestone doji pattern implies that a bearish reversal is coming. While the open and low closing price don't have to be equal for the pattern to be valid, there should be a relatively small tail, else the pattern could be classified as an inverted hammer, shooting star, or a spinning top. We have discussed that several times as well. We've even had a hammer, and I've showed you how those candles also look like. Next one, we have trading the gravestone doji, which is very important. Traders will often exit long positions or initiate short positions after identifying a gravestone doji pattern. Although it's important to use this candlestick pattern in conjunction with other forms of technical analysis as confirmation, and oftentimes traders will also look at volume associated with the session, as well as the previous session activity and potential indicators of the reliability of pattern. So we have to really watch out for here. We have a similar situation going on in ETH also. Lower high, higher low, higher high, and then we are still having this question mark whether we're going to come to these levels or not. These levels exactly, if we down right now in a single candle, would go $2,600. And obviously as we move forward, the candle does go higher and higher. So that is something to watch out for us as well. So market does look very bearish right now. Just have to be pretty cautious. Don't think that this is the end of the world. We can still have some big upsides to be coming in the market. That's how the market is. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, and we're going to be finding out more details for us today. Next up, let's aim into our big data, because it's very crucial for us right now. We need to understand where we're exactly standing. So we are at extreme fear levels of 23, back into extreme fear levels. We were about yesterday 24, so not much difference in that aspect, but still we are building some kind of bottom here, because those are the levels we usually like to see here. Then in long and short ratio, 24 hours, 55% people are in long positions. That could also be the reason why the market is coming down, probably liquidated a lot of people. 1 hour we have about 53% to 46%, so that is all right. not as much as bad as we are seeing 55% there. So if you want to see long and short ratio, block trades about 51.33% long positions in 24 hours and about 45 to 54% people in short positions in 1 hour. So there's a lot of short positions open right now. We can have a short squeeze where the market can come upside quickly and liquidate some people as bears as well, because that's how the markets do work out. If we see the funding rate right now, it's about pretty negative right now on BTC. That is something to watch out for. ETH has become positive, which is a very good sign, and it's at just at 0.000%, which is very decent place to be at. Market sentiment is still neutral right now. DOT is on buy, Filecoin is on buy, and other coins are pretty much neutral as well. So we can expect some kind of up and downside to be coming in the market anytime, and hopefully things do remain like that. Now, coming into the most favorite thing that I usually like to share with you guys is going to be newly listed. We're going to be having Peace Stake Finance coming very soon. We have Lumion Crown coming very soon. About 1 day left here, and 3 hours and about 22 hours to go in Peace Stake Finance. As we can see, Kaizen Finance is going to be starting in 1 day 11 minutes. So a lot of good side upside to be coming in. This is going to be an exciting week for us in new listed on gate.io. So do watch out for that. It's going to be very handy as well. Now we want to see what is going to be coming for us in startup coins. So in startup, we're going to be having Kaizen Finance. The progress has already started. It's in progress right now. Kaizen Finance is a token lifestyle management platform for token creation and management. So it's a utility-based token. Obviously, I do suggest highly to get into utility-based tokens because they always give you massive upsides. Even the reach target looks very good. Has already raised a good amount of money, and we have about 20 hours to go. So if you want to place your order, go ahead. It's going to be something I would definitely guarantee you that you should do, because this is going to give you some massive gains. Next up, we have Legends of Illumia, ELU. So this is going to be something big as well. This is going to be a generation play to earn massively multiplayer online RPG immortal game. We have been saying this regularly, the games are very important. So we're going to be having a preheat very soon. It's going to be starting any moment from now, so do get into this. The target is about 70,000 USDT. I think it's going to raise a lot more than that, because that's how most of the play to earn games do. And most above all of this has to be, if you want to join gate.io, all you have to do is click in the link given in the description below. Join gate.io today so you can participate in the newly listed, you can participate in the startup, because this is the only place you're going to be getting those big gains, 5,000% to 1,000% on a weekly basis or even on daily basis if you are lucky enough. So what are you waiting for? Next up, let's get into the news, because all this dump we are seeing right now in the market is also affected by the COVID. As we had discussed, I've been showing you guys regularly on our updates that something big is going to be coming from China. So Beijing shoppers clear stores shelves amid renewed lockdown fears as city starts mass COVID testing. So there's another lockdown coming into other cities as well, especially in Shanghai. So this is just getting worse and worse. Breaking European stocks sink across the region amid global sell-off. Everybody's panicking right now. We can even see that panic right now in cryptocurrencies and in stocks. Oil, gold drop as commodities sink amid China's lockdown fear, hawkish Fed. So another massive news there as well. Breaking Nasdaq futures extend declined to 1%. S&P 500 index future extend dropped to 1%. Massive drop there as well. Hang Seng Tech Index falls 5%, nearing lowest levels on record. So that is something to watch out for. Everybody's suffering right now. China stocks plunge 5% as markets in Asia tumble across the region amid growth fears, because everything is going to be declined. We're also hearing that China is going to be negative GDP for the first time. So China races to stop Beijing outbreak as Shanghai deaths climb. A lot of news about the FUD, especially related to COVID. We can see all the Chinese markets right now are down by 5%, 4%, 2%, 3%. So massive downside coming. Breaking Shanghai composite extend losses plunged 4% to lowest since June 2022. Then Shanghai fences off apartment building entrances to tighten lockdown amid outbreak. So it's just not looking good right now. China lockdown fears rip through meat market as stocks yuan tumble, and then Asian stocks tumble across the region as China shares plunge. All around there. The only good news right now we're having is the Twitter facing increasing shareholder pressure to negotiate with Elon Musk in his takeover. So there's a very high chance that Elon Musk is soon gonna be an owner of Twitter, and they're already in negotiations as well. We are exactly in this situation right now with the stock market, crypto market, Fed, and I think this guy has to be the COVID outbreak. So if they pull up right now, things are gonna get very bad and ugly for us. So that's what you have to be very careful right now. Then the other news we've had is just in Morgan Stanley suggests Bitcoin uses as a currency could just getting started. It should now. It's almost about a decade. Then we have China. Then we have just in Vietnam has launched Vietnam Blockchain Union VBU to promote and support the country's digital economic development. Then we also have Yoga Labs has announced the launch of the Bored Ape Yacht Club Metaverse on April 30th with Ape acting as its government token. That's the reason also why Ape coin was pumping for the past several days, went from almost $11 to $17, just been trading around that range, but right now we've had a pullback, so it's also having some kind of correction. 248.6 million Bitcoin was transferred from Coinbase to unknown wallet. Okay, so whales are still accumulating, even though we are dumping, whales are still accumulating. Central African Republic has unanimously passed the bill to make Bitcoin legal tender in the country. Next up, we have Nissan and Toyota have entered the metaverse after launching a virtual showroom and virtual workspace. So all the big companies are foaming in right now, especially into metaverses. US economic data this week, durable goods order on Tuesday, consumer confidence on Tuesday, new home sales on Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to be very, very important. I've got 3 meetings. Pending home sales on Wednesday, Q1 GDP first reading. This is going to be very, very important. This is going to be on Thursday. Jobless claims on Thursday. Core PCE price index on Friday. So Thursday, Friday, Tuesday for me is going to be very important. That just makes the whole week very, very important for us right now. So we just have to be very, very cautious here and hope all this FUD doesn't get into the markets as bad as we're thinking right now, because we are making that head and shoulders that I told you guys about. So what I'm going to be thinking what the market can actually offer us in the next 24 hours is going to be really, really important. We can see that DXY right now is pumping actually very, very hard. It's already breaking the zone of $100 now, just sitting around 101.5 to $1.6. That is something very, very important for us. Another thing that I've been watching was USDT. So USDT's dominance is now almost around 5%. We would ideally want it to come down. Last time we went to the levels of 5.17%. We're already in the range of 4.72%. We were trading in this channel. Now we have broken out of this channel, and now we are looking to consolidate just above this, probably with some kind of support, which is very, very important as well. But we wouldn't want that to happen. We ideally wanted it to go below 3.69%. Confirm is that 110% that we are going to be going to into bull rally. Things to reverse. We did see this double bottom, did break out. Then we also saw a cup and handle, which is now beginning to break out. So there's not much we can do. Just monitor the markets and be cautious about our trades, because right now I don't think there's much trades. If you are shorting the markets, that's up to your own decision. That's on your choice. Ideally, I'm very, very scared to short the markets, so I don't usually short the markets. Right now, in BTC is also trading in the range of about $38,000. We are seeing Ethereum is back into the levels of 2,800, and that is something to watch out for us. AR is back at $25. Solana is back at $95. AVAX is below now, almost $10 below. Was trading about in the ranges of $78. Now it's at the range of $68. A lot of coins right now are dumping pretty hard. So if you are shorting the market, that's okay, but do take profits regularly, because what if you're gonna have that big massive bullish engulfing candle and then you're gonna get liquidated? So keep taking profits. We have been into this situation in previous weeks as well, just not in March and April. This situation was somewhere around the first week of March. Then we had a good upside. April is going to be a very, very bearish month. I'm very surprised, because April usually used to be one of the most bullish months we used to have, and now it's going to be very, very bearish. Overall, we can see most of the coins that I am showing you guys right now are all red. We hardly see any upside. We are seeing that on AMP. And about ApeCoin, ApeCoin is still trading around in the ranges of $17. We did share the news that they're going to be having a metaverse on 30th April. So that's the only reason that the market is like that. Overall, just monitor USDT, because that's the only thing that can give you a very good guideline right now. Overall, market does remain very, very bearish, just like the shirt I'm wearing. So be cautious out there. Do take profits. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps you motivated, especially in the markets like this.